So before we get into this last one, right? So we got Agust D, which is Suga, right? When I was looking for his stuff, I typed in Suga solo, and this Agust D came up, and I was like, that's not him, right? So I actually had to do some. Basically, it forced me to actually do some research, right? Which is upsetting, really. No, it's fine, but basically, it was like, okay, no, they are the same person. Now, this is the warning that's come up for this. The following content may contain suicide or self-harm topics. So I do want to bring up a warning now for viewers that would find this a little bit unsettling. That is what's going to happen. I don't know to what extent by any means. Perhaps future Jim will chime in and explain. But basically, if it's not something that you're into, maybe skip to the end, and I'll kind of give like a final thoughts as to this video as a whole. I will hit I understand and wish to proceed, and we will go from there with Agust D. AMYGDALA, I think.
내가 태어난다 엄마 심장의 별의별 일이 많았지 뭐가 이리 다 살아난지 기억조차 안 나는 기억도 다 꺼내보자고 하나씩 최선들의 선택
Okay, look, this is interesting. This is very interesting to me. I'm wondering if this is created as a character or if this is an actual plight of his that maybe he's kind of feeling, or if these are things that have happened in his life. 그래 참 별의별 일이 많았지 길가에 넘친 택시의 소리 전하지 못했던 내 사고 소식과 스케줄 중에 걸려 언제나 아버지의 가난 소식 최선의 선택들이 맞아섰길 그 또한 모두 지나가 버렸길 그래서 이 수많은 고통은 날 위한 것일까 끊임없는 시련은 날 죽이지 못하고 다시금 나는 연꽃을 피워내 최선들의 선택 원치 않던 애들 내 통제 밖에 Wow, this is very powerful, isn't it? I haven't really had much to say about it due to kind of that. I'll I don't know. I'll hold off. I'll hold off.
My amygdala, my amygdala. 어서 나를 구해줘, 어서 나를 구해줘. My amygdala, my amygdala. 어서 나를 꺼내줘, 어서 나를 꺼내줘. My amygdala, my amygdala, my amygdala, my amygdala. 이것을 수구해줘, 어서 빨리 꺼내줘.
Wow, that's powerful. That's honestly very powerful. I mean, wow, what do you say about that, right? I'd love to know more about how that one came about. Like, if that is like a story of himself, or if August D being like an alternate sort of personality, if that's the backstory of this alternate personality. Sort of thing. If not, there's definitely something to be said about mental health. It's funny how the last two actually kind of tied in relatively nicely to this. I'm really glad that what we have in this kind of community here is a bunch of people that understand that that there's always somebody out there that you can talk to, no matter what the issues are. That we kind of live in this world at the moment where talking about this sort of thing is very taboo, and it still is. Like, it's a lot of this stuff that you see and you hear that a lot of people just want to sweep under the rug, and anything that's even slightly confronting gets kind of pushed to the side. Like, as an example, and I know this is an extreme example, right? But there was somebody I was talking to about the movie The Passion of the Christ, where their opinion on it and their reason for disliking the movie was because it was quote unquote too brutal. And it's like, okay, yeah, but that's the point. Like, to show that this is what would have happened at that time. Like, as the human race, to be realistic, we've been pretty shit to one another. Like, really, and that sort of thing. I feel like the more that conversation is had, the more we can kind of learn from the experiences of other people. So I truly think that is something phenomenal. I adore like, if it is a real story, right? The courage of going, here is my plight, and again, it's like a therapist saying, put it down on paper. What better way to do it, right? Put it down on paper, make a song out of it. But fantastic. Like, so as kind of like a closing thing with all of this, again, everything was so different. All seven were incredibly different from one another, and also so very different from BTS as a whole. And I think that's wonderful. I think that they absolutely killed it, in the sense of they have what they are as a group, and they have their own thing separately as well, which I find is incredible, because what a lot of people tend to do when they break away from the groups that they're a part of, or at least in the past they have anyway, they've gone and they've made their own thing where they may as well have just stayed with the group to do it anyway. So it doesn't really make a lot of sense. But also, by having their own solo projects, they are able to say, well, here's the stuff that is unapologetically me, and here is BTS that they use as I don't want to say use. That's not what I mean. That sounds negative, but they have it as a as almost like a vehicle for their own solo projects as well, because BTS is incredibly popular. But again, I'm not saying that that's the only reason they're part of BTS. That's not what I'm saying at all. It's good for them that they have that as well. You know what I mean? This has been really interesting. This has been very eye-opening. I think I would be more confident now in being able to say who's who in a future video. To be fair, I don't mean any disrespect when I say something like this gentleman, or rather than using their names, right? My issue is I'm good with remembering faces. If you show me a face, I'll go, oh, that's that's a person from this, right? But for some reason, and it's always been an issue with me, individual names have always been an issue. Always been an issue, and I've no idea why. It's just a problem that I try to do everything I can to rectify. I try, like, if somebody introduces themselves to me, I come back and say, okay, your name is this. No worries. To kind of solidify that and try to help memorize it. And then later on, I'll be like, crap, who is that? Who is that again? Like, I'll go to my friend and be like, I've got to go talk to that person. I can't remember what their name is. Can you remind me? Like, it's just the way that my brain works, right? And so please do understand, I never mean any disrespect in not saying their names by any means, by any stretch of the imagination. But this has been incredibly eye-opening. I love what these guys do. I think that there's some absolute bangers in here. And I'll be definitely looking at more, because I like this. I genuinely like this. I like that they take what they do as a group and they go, no, I'm going to do my own thing for my own projects. And then they do that, and then they do an incredible job of everything. Like they kind of dabble in whatever their style is, and then the BTS overarching thing. It's great. I think it's absolutely wonderful. I want to see more of that. Yeah, I suppose there's not really much else to say other than like or favorite if you enjoyed, subscribe, do all that sort of thing, and I'll see you in the next one. All right, bye for now.